Alright, y'all. This Mr. Dread back at y'all again. Remember we was talking about this morning? This house and gentrification and all of that. We got these Hispanic guys over here doing this work, right? But let me break this down. Uh One of my neighbors came out, and they look over here, we standing out here and we was looking at this. And I ain't calling no names, but I'm sure if you watch my videos, it wouldn't take you too long to figure out who it was that said this, because they somebody I actually talked to. Yeah, they said they looked at that house over there and said, yeah, all you gotta do is they can build another story on it, and they can bring more Mexicans over here. And I just looked at them, right, and I say, oh, you got Mexican jokes this morning, right? Okay. Well, then I say, man, let me tell you something about Mexicans. Let me break it down for you what I know about Mexicans. I say, let me tell you a story about when I lived in Tampa. Me and my brother Mahadi G, right? We stayed in a little 2-bedroom duplex complex, man. It was like 4, 5 of them in duplexes. Me and Mahadi G, and then our next thing we know, it was these 2 Mexicans moved in, right? With 1 car. Next thing we know, it was about 8, 10 of them in that same apartment, right? But everybody getting up, going to work every day. Next thing we know, it was 1 car and 1 truck. Next thing we know, it was 1 car and 2 trucks. And then about 3 months down the line, them people had done bought them a whole big old 4-bedroom house, about a couple of blocks from that duplex. I respected that. Yeah. Yeah, I respect that, because they stuck together and they did their thing. Yeah. But he don't act like that's something funny. Then I said this here, right? I said, yeah, them Mexicans, they do the work you don't want to do. I didn't say me, because I'll do that work. I ain't scared. I was raised to work. Then they kind of dropped their head and walked away. Yeah, you should, But then you know what that is? That's a racist, y'all. That's what you call that, a racist. Because he talking about them Mexicans in front of me. But I know when he get with his friend, he say the same stuff about me with the N-word. I just ain't around. So I'm not stupid, man. I see through all that. You understand what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I just said. The amazing Judge Dredd. Now.